I mean, you know, when I'm betting on real fights.
Real fights, yeah.
Not saying that they're not real fighters. They're novice. They're novice professional fighters.
Conor McGregor still called you a donkey. Do you have any feelings on that specifically?
I think Conor McGregor's funny as but guess what, Conor? I'll beat the out of you, and you can't box as good as me, and I'm gonna do to Nate what you couldn't, which is knock him the out. And you're gonna be sitting there with your new beer company that's failing.
Floyd Mayweather recently shared his thoughts on the potential clash between Jake Paul and Conor McGregor. This matchup has been speculated for years, fueled by their bold personalities and achievements in boxing and MMA. Jake Paul has defied expectations, demonstrating dedication to boxing and noticeable progress in recent years. His victories against former MMA champions like Tyron Woodley and Anderson Silva had showcased his power and resilience. Standing taller and competing at a naturally heavier weight, Paul holds a physical advantage over McGregor.
When I'm betting on fights, I'm betting on fights that's top flight. But that is a top flight novice. That's the best novice fight professional novice fight that's going on right now. So may the best man.
Mayweather acknowledged Paul's commitment and mental toughness, praising his steady improvement. However, he highlighted a critical gap in experience, noting that Paul's opponents, while talented, have not been elite-level boxers. According to Mayweather, this lack of experience could play a pivotal role in determining the outcome. He emphasized that in boxing, technique and strategy often outweigh raw power, suggesting McGregor's combat sports pedigree and skill set might provide the edge in a showdown with the YouTuber-turned-boxer.
Jake Paul, I mean, as long as he continues to fight MMA guys and YouTubers, he's gonna continue to look good and shine. But once he fights a real fighter that can really fight, it's not gonna be that good.
He told me before his goal is to fight Canelo, so that's, you know, where his mindset's at.
He'll get up by Canelo. He'll get demolished.
Conor McGregor's striking background makes him a formidable opponent, renowned for his precision, power, and ability to read his rivals. He has showcased his striking prowess in MMA, even against elite competition. McGregor's left hand, often regarded as his deadliest weapon, has delivered spectacular knockouts. In their 2017 boxing match, Floyd Mayweather acknowledged McGregor's high fight IQ and adaptability under pressure, but pointed out concerns about his conditioning, a recurring issue in longer fights. Against Jake Paul, McGregor would face notable challenges, including a size disadvantage that might hinder his ability to dictate the fight's tempo. Mayweather refrained from predicting an outcome but highlighted critical factors likely to influence the bout. He stressed that boxing relies on strategy and discipline over raw power. Jake Paul's ability to remain composed and execute a solid game plan would be essential, while McGregor's extensive experience in high-stakes contests might give him a psychological edge. Conditioning would also play a pivotal role, with both fighters needing to maintain their energy across multiple rounds. Additionally, the mental warfare between these two larger-than-life personalities would add an intriguing layer, as each would aim to unsettle the other before the opening bell. Ultimately, Mayweather underscored the unpredictable nature of such matchups, where preparation, mindset, and execution often outweigh individual attributes. The clash between McGregor's seasoned striking and Paul's growing skill set promises an intriguing battle with no clear favorite. The sheer financial allure of a potential fight between Jake Paul and Conor McGregor cannot be overstated. Both fighters are masters of self-promotion, each commanding massive fan bases that span different demographics. This unique combination would make their matchup an undeniable pay-per-view blockbuster. Jake Paul's immense influence among younger audiences, combined with McGregor's global star power, would draw millions of viewers, transforming this event into a commercial and cultural spectacle. In Floyd Mayweather's view, such a fight would transcend traditional combat sports, becoming as much a media event as a physical contest. Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor represents a clash of two worlds: the structured discipline of boxing and the raw, unpredictable energy of MMA. It's also a meeting of old-school technique and new-age celebrity, where the lines between athlete and entertainer blur. While the matchup remains speculative, the buzz surrounding it underscores the unpredictable and magnetic nature of combat sports. As Mayweather's analysis suggests, The complexities of this potential bout have captivated fans worldwide, fueling debates about who might emerge victorious in what could become one of the most discussed events in fighting history. Interestingly, McGregor's interactions with Jake Paul have evolved over time, hinting that this fight could eventually materialize. Paul, often labeled a problem child, has never been shy about expressing his desire to face the UFC star in the boxing ring. With an impressive 11-1 professional boxing record, Paul has repeatedly challenged McGregor, sweetening the proposition with lucrative fight deals. His most recent call-out came after his unanimous decision victory over Mike Tyson in November. During the post-fight press conference, Paul made a bold statement. "It's funny to say, but Conor McGregor is scared of Jake Paul and will never box me. Look at him. He went toe-to-toe with Nate Diaz, who was easy work for me. It was like a Monday sparring session to beat Nate Diaz's ass. He doesn't ever want this smoke with me. It will never happen." In the early stages of his career, McGregor brushed off Paul's challenges, dismissing the impact the social media star had on the world of boxing. At the time, McGregor viewed Paul as a novelty act, someone riding the wave of viral fame rather than a legitimate fighter. However, as Paul's boxing career progressed and he began defeating notable names, McGregor's stance began to shift. Paul's victories over former UFC icons such as Ben Askren, Anderson Silva, Nate Diaz, Tyron Woodley, and Mike Perry have earned him respect in the combat sports community, proving that his skills extend beyond flashy theatrics. McGregor's initial indifference towards Paul was evident in an interview where he referred to the Paul brothers as dingbats. When asked if he could ever envision himself fighting either Jake or Logan Paul, McGregor remarked, "I don't see so, but never say never if they're going to keep competing." This measured response hinted at a possible softening of his earlier stance, suggesting that as Paul continued to build his reputation, the idea of a matchup became less far-fetched. For Jake Paul, the allure of fighting McGregor goes beyond financial gain. It represents an opportunity to cement his place in combat sports history by facing one of MMA's most iconic figures. Paul has strategically built his career by taking on opponents with established names, leveraging their fame to bolster his own credibility. His victories over seasoned athletes like Anderson Silva and Tyron Woodley demonstrated his ability to compete at a high level, silencing critics who initially dismissed him as a mere internet sensation. On the other hand, McGregor's motivations for entertaining a fight with Paul are less clear. While McGregor has already achieved legendary status in MMA, a bout against Paul would offer a chance to showcase his striking skills in a different arena. Additionally, the financial rewards of such a fight would undoubtedly be significant, aligning with McGregor's penchant for high-profile, lucrative opportunities. However, accepting the challenge could also carry risks, as a loss to Paul might tarnish McGregor's legacy in the eyes of some fans. Mayweather's perspective on this hypothetical matchup provides valuable insight into the factors that could influence its outcome. He emphasized the importance of strategy and discipline in boxing, noting that raw power alone rarely determines the winner. According to Mayweather, Jake Paul's ability to remain composed and adhere to a game plan would be crucial, while McGregor's experience in high-stakes bouts